سلام و درود خدمت شما دوستان. برگشتیم با یه قسمت دیگه از بازی دراگون دو. فکر میکنم قسمت میریم سراغ اندگیم. دوستان اگر ویدیوهای ما رو دوست داشتین حتما سبسکرایب کنید، کانال ما رو به دوستان خودتون معرفی کنید. خب بریم سراغ ادامه داستان. خب آیتمایی که میخوایم همراهمون هست. پیکستان هست، یه دونه الیکسیر میخوایم همراهمون نیست. خب کجا میتونیم برداریم برگردیم؟
Master, we cannot deliver that which we do not possess.
Beg pardon if you seek a bed and you've the coin, 'tis yours. No questions asked.
خب این الیکسیره حتما لازم داریم.
Glad to be of service, sir.
از این الیکسیر فقط تو شاپ شهر الفا میتونین پیدا کنین که بخواین بخرین، یا داخل مپ، داخل چستی، داخل باس که فکر نمی کنم، ولی داخل چست میتونین پیدا کنین. تعداد محدودی البته.
What manner of traps have been set to ensnare us, I wonder?
خب پلم خراب شد، پله ها باید از یه جای دیگه احتمالاً بریم.
Ought we to meddle with this mechanism? Why, the decision is yours, Arisen, naturally.
We pawns will be ready to respond, whatever the outcome.
Well now, I'm a lucky man. Thought I was waiting here for naught. But when someone finally does come along, 'tis you. I've always wanted a real fight with you, one on one. Here's my chance. You're not holding back on me, are you, Sir Arisen?
Tis Sir Ragnall, Master. You've not heard the man since you parted ways at the...
چقدر قوی میزنه.
Hey, yeah, there is...
He seems to desire a bout. You ought to fight him alone. We shall
جدی؟
wait here
خیلی خوب که اینطور.
What purpose does this contraption serve? Perhaps you might investigate, Arisen.
Your fate is ours to share, and whether ill or boon awaits, the experience shall be no less valuable to us.
Well now. You're not holding back on me, are you, Sir Arisen?
Tis Sir Ragnall, Master. We've not heard a whisper of the man since you parted ways at the cave. Yet there he stands.
He seems to desire a bout. You ought to fight him alone. We shall await you here.
'Twas a rotten life.
همین بود. تمام.
Bested Sir Ragnall, Master, an incomparable feat. But we cannot revel in your triumph, but we must press on.
I quite agree. We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
Pray, speak up should you notice aught amiss.
Dragon, heed my call. Your will is mine to command.
داره دراگون سامان میکنه نمیدونم.
Curses. This arrival of the true Arisen is most inopportune. Sovereign of Vermin, the ritual must not
حاجی
be disturbed.
بعد بلای قرار
Let
سرکی.
not the Arisen approach.
یه حرفا هم
You
نیست.
can manage that.
او
as
چقدر
choice.
پاوند داره.
Last, they confront the pretender to your title, Master. I hope the man has made his peace.
Prepare yourself.
Your efforts are for naught, Arisen. Now, simply watch as this world's hollow and fruitless order is remade by my hand. The ritual is complete. The dragon comes.
دراگون زشتی تاول زده.
Behold, the Royce dragon. By my power, the dogma of dragons is unmade.
خیلی خوب. دراگون داری ما کنترل میکنی آره.
You could ne'er understand, Arisen. We must all be freed from the vulgar order wherein the dragon's existence determines all.
دراگون اصل کاری اومد. دراگون کنترل میکنی؟ آره خب کنترل کن دیگه. فکر میکنم ما هم جزغاله کرد.
It was not enough. Cursed, arisen. You've doomed us all to the cycle. And you...
بمیر بابا، به درد نخور.
Greetings, arisen. Hast thou summoned the resolution to face me? Then answer me this. Why dost thou fight? Is it to reclaim thy flesh, thy stolen heart?
آشغال عوضی بذار زمین دخترون.
Thy throne. I offer thee a choice. Grant unto me this life in my claws, and be gone from this place. Or stand and fight.
100% وای میسه میجنگی.
Pitiable arisen. The time for thou to make thy choice is come. Show me the path thou wouldst walk. Go, and thou shalt live to claim the... Intriguing. This then is thy will. Our parley is done. We must fulfill our charges. I as the dragon, and thou as the arisen. Climb upon me. We shall depart for our true battlefield.
قراره بریم یه جایی که با هم بجنگیم. خیلی خوب.
Thou wishest to dismantle
حاجی به این بزرگی ما چجور باید بزنیم؟
as I do. Yet dost thou know what awaiteth the world, should it meet such a fate? 'Twould become a fleeting, fragile, vacuous thing, bereft of the cycle. Naught would be born into its safe chaos, great and terrible. Surviving in such a world would be no simple matter. The world shall not change with my death, nor shall it change with thine. Consider, arisen, how it is thou came to be here. How have the once closed paths before thee come to be cleared? Think well, arisen, but rest not. I will know thine answer through the strength of thy will. Thou shalt cut a swathe
هیچ حرکتی هم نمیتونیم بکنیم، نه تیر بندازیم نه هیچ. بزنیم تو چشش.
pitiable soul tossed by the winds of fate. Wilt thou slay me, or be slain? I know not how this story endeth.
بذار بریم اینو میتونیم بزنیم به قلبش.
Perchance 'tis thy will, and thine alone, that couldst contest the great will of this world.
خب
Thou art too late. The hour is upon us,
مثل ای که رسیدیم اونجایی که باید به جنگیم.
and in so doing, form a link in the chain that bindeth this wheel. Tell me, Arisen, what is thy desire? Is it to slay the dragon, thereby delaying darkness? Dost thou merely seek conflict?
Its breath will give you more than a blister. It's time your dogma.
Hast thou realized thy wonder? Even our battle here is thou hast pitiable. This world hast thou not.
اوه
The Arisen has been torched! Quick! Douse the flames!
Thou wouldst be this world, even what I speak, then there is no cure to hasten it. And if thou hast then thou art a fool.
Leave this to me. I'll distract it.
Hang in there, Master! I'm coming to assist! Master, there's a sizable ballista up on yon cliff. 'Twill greatly aid us in this battle if we can but reach it.
کجا رفت یارو؟
So here we are. The fate of battle is upon us.
Must needs cast all fear from our hearts.
Our destiny lies with the Arisen.
You wish me to return? At once, Master. I bet you we wouldn't mind.
Allow me.
Its breath is terrifyingly destructive, but in the aftermath, we've a prime chance to counterattack.
Understood.
Too late.
آجی پارمون که
A feeble attempt. Is this the sum of thy might?
Strike the exposed heart.
Well, I must.
Shall I? would like to survive its magics unscathed. Watch for them carefully and avoid them as best you can.
Of course.
Come, Arisen.
بودو و ما محدود دور.
Not good enough.
If you were in need, I must serve. I shall draw its focus.
Its breath will give you more than a blister, but time your dodge well, and you'll find the opportunity to counter. Its weak point eludes us yet, but we might have more luck throwing it off balance if we were to clamber onto its back.
I would gladly. Not even the dragon has eyes in the back of its skull. Avoid its line of sight and unleash your attacks ere it finds you.
Thou wilt witness my true strength.
This is your moment, master. Strike true. Its heart is most heavy. That means getting within range of its maw. Be wary. Strike at the heart.
There is no turning back on the path of glory.
Leave this to me. I'll distract it.
اوه اوه مثل اینکه کشتیش.
Alas, I am slain.
آره به درد نخور بعد کسی در افته.
Arisen. By will alone doth the world form a ring, an unending cycle.
خدا ببین چی کردیم برای کاراکترم.
Even my death at thine hands. Yet perhaps thy will is great enough to put an end to it.
قدرت ماجیک آرچر یا درسته اچ بیت کم میکنه ولی خب شاکریم ارادت داریم. مخلص. چی شد؟ چرا صداش قطع بود؟ اینجا لباسمون فرقه. او یارو آبی هم اونجا هست میگی. به همین راحتی بازی تموم شد. واسه آخرش یک کمی ضعیف نبود. حاجی یه دیالوگیه.
Why do you pursue me, Arisen? You have fulfilled your charge. Are you not satisfied? Seek you greater status? Perhaps to rule the world entire.
اوه سه که هنوز تموم نشده.
Desire, you need merely spy out the path.
Your choices lie in Arisen. By thy will alone can the course of the rivers of fate be altered.
You would still resist your fate. Understand you the folly of such a decision. Even the beating of your reclaimed heart was born of the great will of this world. Yet you would abandon it. Everything in this world, all that you have come to know as reality, is the creation of the great will. Should that will be lost, no mortal being could survive. However, if regret yet assails your spirit, then perhaps you should reaffirm your choice. Witness with your own eyes, or through the eyes of another, the fate of this world.
Thou wishest to dismantle
راست که اینجا این
the world's will, just
ما یه کشتیم که
as I do. Yet dost thou know what awaiteth the world, should it meet such a fate? 'Twould become a fleeting, fragile, vacuous thing, bereft of the cycle. Naught would be born into its save chaos, great and terrible. Surviving in such a world would be
بزن تو قلبش.
matter.
با این نمیتونیم استفاده کنیم.
Yet, if thy will is set upon beholding the truth,
بابا او بزن، چرا خودمونو کشت؟ اوه مثل این که او هم مرد. آره قلب ما هم داخل بدن او بود، چون اول بازی قلبمون ازمون گرفته بود. خودمون فدا کردیم که یه بکش، ولی ما یه کشته بودیم.
No, stay away.
Pray. Turn back.
Leave now, while you can.
You have strayed, Arisen, and for what? Lest you forget. You have a world where you belong. There you are to fell the great evil in your path and rule the people as their sovereign. For that is who you are. And it is my wish that you should live out that life of purpose. The time has come for you to return. Go. My children shall see you there safely.
Let us go home together.
To a world under
یعنی
your right.
هیوله دریا کار ایه یاروه.
World all your own.
This is your will? Then behold, a world unmerciful, bereft of the benevolent hands of gods.
خیلی. الان چی شد؟ برگشت. اوه آسمون رو نگاه کن. این دیگه چه نوع دراگونیه؟ شاخ داد.
You find it strange. But this is your world. Though alas, if only you had chosen to become sovereign. At the end of your travails, you could have ruled over these lands in perpetual peace. Yet that world of limitless possibilities has ended. You stand now upon its remains, the vestiges of a world that could have been so much more. Innumerable wills have served to deliver this world from extinction time and time again. You alone have refused to carry out that great purpose. What you see before you is the consequence of your apathy. Behold.
عجب دراگون بدجوریه قیاس. دنیا رو داره نابود میکنه فکر کنم.
It will all come to an end, as it has failed to be chosen, and as 'twill ne'er be read. This world will soon cease to exist. In the blink of an eye, the sickle of oblivion will reap aught that you have known. I would advise you not to waste these last moments. Explore the remnants of this world while you can. Perhaps in doing so, you shall come to see the truth and know the wretchedness of a world unworthy of being chronicled. How shall you fare, I wonder? Will you endure in this world, abandoned and unprotected?
خب این نورا نمیدونم چیه دقیقا. آجی همه چی داغون شد. بریم یک کاری یه دونه کاری میره اینجا هست بزنیم.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Feast your eyes on this!
آیه میرا چست
Skeletons! Soldiers at home?
Fire won't do much good here. Best try a different tack.
یه دونه چست دیگه. یستا
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel its knowledge.
No doubt this one. Slow as the next.
بریم بالا.
What has become of the world?
آجی اینجا دریا و
Wonder
آب
there was
بوده.
someone who could
خوش
explain
شده
this
همه.
madness.
اشمام زدیم داغون که این دنیا.
Come to think of it, did not Sir Raphaeus speak of releasing the world from its bonds in the seafloor shrine?
آتوسا هم نداریم باید بریم
This
این
is
پاونمون
indeed the
هم
world
رسیم.
unbound. Then
او
perhaps we
دراگون.
ought to seek out his wisdom.
میرا رو چجور پیدا کنیم بزنیم؟
Hope you weren't expecting mercy.
خب بریم اول آتوسا رو پرس کنیم. چجوری نمیدونم. مستقیم
Your pawn is nowhere to be seen, master. But where would a pawn possibly go, leaving their own master behind?
Perhaps this too is Lord Phases' doing. We ought to go and speak with him at the forbidden magic research lab.
افیلیستان بهمون بده.
These fiends will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one.
خب این چستم باز نکرد. کاسپیریستان بهمون.
Someone not explain what's happened.
Who would wish such a thing? I refuse to let this be the end of me.
اوه
That was outstanding, if I do say so myself.
Indeed, was enough to make one pity out of skeletons, Master.
Holy attack sword proved most effective against it.
Oh, very well. Back to your side I go.
بر سر شهر اومده.
What has become of the world? Would that there was someone who could explain this madness.
Come to think of it, did not Ceretheus speak of releasing the world from its bonds in the Seafloor Shrine?
If this is indeed the world unbound, then perhaps we ought to seek out his wisdom.
حال شدن آریزن قبلی هم اونجا هست.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the watching one. Is this your doing, newest? I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied and sought e'er greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world can. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the watching one's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despaired at this discovery, for if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? Aye, 'twas
exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastman, young or old, I did not succeed. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of a new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the Arisen, for your path is just, and fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here, for this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
Making this a place of refuge is a splendid idea. It is safe and apt to become quite cheerful.
The Mad Sovereign, it could prove the last bastion of hope for the people of this place. The coming destruction can only truly be forestalled if 'tis sundered at its heart.
So, since times of El, remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of
اوه چه آیتمایی. اوه 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 چقدر خوبه این آیتم. 10 تا کم داریم برای خریدش. چست چی داره؟ ببریم هد. به به. چه؟
lesser drakes as well. Then I bid ye farewell.
ما باید کجا پامونمون رو سامان کنیم؟ چرا نمیشه؟
Your pawn is nowhere to be seen, master. But where would a pawn possibly go, leaving their own master behind?
Perhaps this, too, is Lord Phaedrus's doing. We ought to go and speak with him at the Forbidden Magic Research Lab.
ما یه خورده چیز میز داشتیم داخل بانکم. صبر کن. خیلی خوب.
We too once, as we walked, one in despair of the and one for fear. Yet you bear it. Hold fast to your strength of will.
What form this world can... Is this retribution for my folly? Since times of... Remember, draconic...
حاجی ویپانو بده، ویپانو بده.
Blood flows through the veins of... lesser drakes as well.
خب یه دونه چست اگر بتونیم بخریم عالی میشه. 27 بذاریم، 70 تا نیاز داریم. چی داریم؟ 20 هد رو بگیریم یا بریم جمع کنیم یه چست بگیریم. خب دقیق نمیدونم کجا میتونیم پاونمون رو رس کنیم. خب این بله درسته. دوستای عزیز بیا. فکر میکنم یه دونه پاونمون عوض. این جالب به نظر میاد. 8
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is...
All told, I'm rather satisfied.
Are you fit to travel? Then let...
This rumor has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others.
چرا آتوسا سامان نمیشه؟
Unruly attitude and overconfidence. in the end, we turn our backs on our master and our duty.
جالب. خب باید بریم تک بطل. خب
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
حاجی قشنگ دنیا رو به گاه دادیم ما.
The so-called Forbidden Magic Research Lab appears to have been constructed rather recently.
بریم طبقه پایین.
Our research shall save the world entire. Where to now?
But what am I thinking? I ought to test that first.
Would that I knew more of this world.
Ah, Arisen. You yet live. I suspected as much, given that your pawn still remains. One might
سای عزیزم چه شده؟
sustained by your vital essence. In any case, we ought to apprise one another of the situation. Is there aught you would know? Ah, yes. I trust it has not escaped your notice that the end of days is upon us. After you vanished, together with the Red Dragon, the seas rose to swallow the sky. 'Twas perhaps a month from that evil day when a new calamity befell us. A host of dragons descended from the skies and fell upon the land. Luz, the Oracle, called upon me ere you arrived. As she tells it, Melve and its environs have already fallen prey to. 'Tis surely only a matter of time before the rest of the kingdom follows suit. I found the poor creature collapsed by the wayside near Batal. Recognizing your pawn, I decided to take the ailing thing into my custody. I thought it possible that the Arisen's pawn might hold the key to making sense. Alas, try what I might, your pawn will not wake. Mayhap you will succeed where I could not. The pawn is, after all, yours to command. Indeed, then I shall take my turn. In your absence, I had hoped your pawn might yield me some information. But as you have returned, I would hear the truth from your lips. Tell me, Arisen, what became of you this past month? So, following your plunge into the sea on the dragon's back, some mysterious presence reached out to you. Could that have been the World Forged? Yet why would such a being linger in those fathomless depths? I can only speculate, and speculate I shall. This ought to prove a fruitful avenue of investigation. For that, I thank you. Now, if you can find a way to end this interminable slumber, your pawn is, of course, free to...
Oh, Master.
آره عزیزان.
How long I've slept? Far too long, it seems. But worry not. Now that I am awake, I shall follow wherever you lead.
We would be ill-advised to proceed without light.
Feels eerie with no one about. Dull days for us.
Well,
There is little point in my leading the way if we haven't got what we require to hand.
بزنیم این چیه؟ پشما آمده ای چی؟
You saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
The path through this rock has been sealed to us. There's naught for it but to search for an altar.
Many paths are closed to us now, on account of the dragon's descent, no doubt. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
Cut one monster down and two more replace it. We ought to ignore the rabble and focus on our true objective. This cannot continue!
Making a living as a soldier.
Not good enough!
Principles unproven are as dust on the wind.
There are too many of them. Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
This cannot continue.
It seems this is the only way forward. Up we go.
We ought to...
Enough down here. What can be achieved without sacrifice?
Cut one monster down and two...
Why do you falter? Come this way. A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us.
چه اوضاعی شده وای وای.
Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical use.
I will protect you.
با چیا باید درگیر شیم؟ ای خدا. آمونه ما کجا هستن؟ بیاین دیگه.
No mercy! There are too many of them. Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
The tide is turning against us.
چی درگیری؟
Few know the real nature of the dragon.
در دنیا رو سرمون خراب میکن.
The beast's fell powers are twice as terrible in the flesh.
عجب.
At once, Master.
Truly, partial observers can perceive.
Cut one monster down and two more replace it. We ought to ignore the rabble and focus on our true objective. This cannot continue.
Let us see what you're made of.
Have I really uncovered the truth of the dragon?
I'll save you.
If you would.
There it is! The dragon at the heart of all this destruction.
پارمون کرد.
I cannot fault your prowess.
What a singular creature. I should like to capture it and bring it back to the lab. Why did you destroy it? The secrets we might have learned. Never mind. You've your charge, 'tis true, and the fiends appear to be falling back. But I trust you won't object if I take a sample of its remains. After all, your role is to save this world, and mine is to pursue its secrets. Go, do what you must. I will remain here and continue my work. Someday soon, I will lay bare the truth, and on that day, I will slip the yoke of this broken order that rules us all.
یه 5 دادم. ایوه.
Never did I imagine such a dragon could exist. Just... Glad thing we felled it.
خیلی مپمو میزنه کجا هست. آره یه دونهش اینجاست. بک بتال. خب اینجا کجا؟ خب یه دونم اینجاست.
Never 'twas.
درست میریم یا نه؟ خب اینجا کجا بود؟
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Since time, remember, draconic blood flows through the vein.
خب چست میخواستیم بگیریم اول. چست ضعیف داره. ببینیم چستمون چقدر آپگرید شده.
Not buying?
Since time, remember, draconic blood flow.
پس دو تا هد بگیریم فعلا.
Through the veins of lesser. Then I bid ye farewell.
ببینیم میتونیم رست کنیم.
Shall we get some rest then? I witnessed a stunning Good morrow, everyone. Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Slept well.
یه دونه دراگون اینجا دیدیم، بریم بزنیم.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it. Pleasure doing business with you.
بس است.
There's something strange about the way time passes here.
It would seem this is no longer the world we know.
But who would effect such a change? And for what purpose? Prepare for battle!
به وا داریم میریم.
Tremendous work!
Our combined might is beyond any foe.
Have a gander at my wares. Can't regret it. Hope to see you again ere long.
The month I spent with Lord Phasus was a queer experience indeed. I was conscious of nothing.
و بریم سمت راستی.
Nothing, that is, save your presence, Master. I cannot explain it. Mayhap 'twas made possible by the bond we share.
Well, let not these changes to the world mar your reunion. They are but proof of our need to band together. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as
چقدر فریستان بهمون میده. ایوه. وای نه.
Not good enough.
Aught fell from the beast as it
باز
brought its arms.
فریستان بهمون میده. خب دراگون پیدا شد.
If we must, let us finish this quickly.
The fire must be put out to give our comrade burn.
Oy.
Focus your attacks on its heart, stilling its pulse. This is no mean feat, but it can be done.
Its loathsome heart is in sight. Strike well.
Focus. A moment of indecision may spell our doom.
No quarrel here. This brute has quite the temper.
سادگی یه اصیل.
Feast your eye. It's on this.
لعنت بهت.
Its foe. It has a means to control pawns. We cannot afford to fall prey to such attacks.
No quarrel here. Has gone up in flames before my very eyes.
Now, while the heart is exposed,
Strike hard enough, and we might not have to do this twice.
ایوه.
Have you forgotten something?
بریم شهر الفام بریم.
Arisen? You're looking...
نمیدونم شهر الفا بود اینجا. بذار بریم فعلا.
rather lost.
خب قبلش
The port crystal is set. but we'll have need of a ferry stone should we seek to make use of it.
خب این الکسیری که میگفتم اینه، یه دونه میخریم. این چند؟ خب این چند تا ویپون رو بزنیم، یه دونه دیگه هم بزنیم. یه دم بزنیم، یه دونه دیگه.
This is generally used as a material.
نه برای آتیسا بک بطال و بزنیم فکر کنم. بریم سراغ اینجا ببینیم چی میشه. خب اوه دیگه چیه؟ باید کنم اجدار. حاجی مار تکشاخ. خیلی خوب مار تکشاخ. واریا رو هیل بدیم. استامینا میخوایم. استامینا وای نبا. یه دونه قدرتی بهش بزنیم ببینیم چی میشه. Stamina.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
یه خالایی رو بدنش هست بکنه و از اول اونا رو بزنیم. این نه اومد سراغمون. فرار چرا دست از سر ما بر نمیدارید؟ خواد آتیش بزنه. ها توسه رو سرش داره باهاش میره. باید آتیش بزنه. فرار فرار فرار.
Behind it, we could find a way to get ourselves into an advantageous position.
It is easily done. That horn appears to be the source of its power. Let us not miss this chance to strike it.
بله. امیر آشرا.
The Red Cloud's advance is halted. This reprieve may be a temporary one, but I'm glad for it all the same.
بیتا 75 تا بهمون داد. اشمام.
I fear for the arbor. Bread with fury. What have we done to earn?
Non li atilmo.
یه دونه از این میخریم. استامینه هست. بله. 2 تا استامینه میخریم. چی داری دیگه؟ نه نه کاوری هیل نمیدونم. نه
Our packs are heavier, and a room far in Iterond, Etel.
خب مدوسا نمیدونم چیه دقیقا.
Eldalia in Lalastar.
فکر نکنم بتونیم رس کنیم.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
تست کنیم اینجا.
Might there be aught over there?
Elelo osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair ave.
We must rest. Though the sun.
مثل این که شد.
Elelote anfi osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair ave hum. Angudo telpe.
خب بریم. یه کجا مونده؟ متریال چی بهمون میده؟ اینجا اینو فکر کنم متریالی بود که میخواستم. اشکال نداره، بذار بریم چستم بخریم. کجا بود؟ کم نبود، اینجا بود.
Find that the elves spoke not a word of our language.
Since times remember, draconic blood flows through the veins.
وایس ستاش کامل شد یا بتونیم این چند بزنیم گردن.
Veins of lesser drink.
خیلی چست. لگم
Bring me what ye read. Then I bid ye farewell.
بعدش باید بریم برای آتوسا بخریم یه با خودمون داریم اینقدر سنگین. خب بریم بک بتا. اگر اشتباه نکنم نه شهر اولیه بک بتا. خب بریم اونجا. از این بر چپم.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
دریا کامل همه جا.
It seems that Vernworth
داغون
wears a new face each time we visit it. We never quite know what awaits.
و بیایم از کنار بیایم.
Tis a vast place. I wonder how many corners we have left to explore.
بریم ببینیم چه خبره.
I cannot guide us to this task's completion as we lack aught that we require of it.
Would seem our fight is not yet done.
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
Very well, my master.
به قوی شده ای. اوه فریستان دهنم. خب دیگه فریستان یه جوری مجانی شده آخر بود.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence. But different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have priests for allies.
Fascinating.
آجی پشمام تو ده چه لجنی هستی. اوف
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
لعنت بهت. خیلی خوب. اینا چی میشه؟ مثل اینکه نباید بمیری. جالب. آی اومدیم از اول.
You find it strange, but this is alas, yet that world you stand now, innumerable will you alone, what you see behold. Twill all come to an end. As it has failed in the blink of an eye, I would advise you perhaps into and know the how shall you fare?
خب دوستان اومد از اول. فکر میکنم ویدیو رو همینجا تموم میکنم. همون روندی که رفتیم من ادامه میدم. رسیدم اونجا باز ویدیوی بعدی رو ادامه میدم. تا ویدیوی بعدی فعلا بدرود.